So what we do with the belief bridge is we start with seeing the possibility, because if you are simply thinking to yourself on a loop all day, those limiting self-beliefs of I can't do this, I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm not worthy of this, what have you, your brain is going to look for what you give it. So I have obviously created this graphic which helps you with belief bridging. Now, belief bridging is nothing new. It's something that is really used within the life coaching world. But how we usually act is we usually say something like, I am this, or for example, I am worthy of being compensated well for my services. But for a lot of us, we know consciously that we don't believe that right now. We don't feel worthy of that right now. So instead, your brain wants to go to all or nothing thinking. Like, okay, well, I don't feel compensated. I don't feel like I'm worthy of being compensated for my services. So what we do with the belief bridge is we start with seeing the possibility, because if you are simply thinking to yourself on a loop all day, those limiting self-beliefs of I can't do this, I'm not going to be able to do this, I'm not worthy of this, what have you, your brain is going to look for what you give it. It's going to look for the information that you ask for, because our subconscious takes everything extremely personally and extremely literally. So if you say, I'm not worthy of being compensated for my services, it's going to be like, okay, yeah, and we know this because of this example and this example. But if you open yourself up to the possibility of, I can see how it's possible that I'm worthy of being compensated for my services, it's going to start looking for that evidence that you are worthy. It's going to start looking for the information that will supply it with what you are asking your brain for. And then we continue with something like, I am in the process of believing I should be compensated well for my services. And again, your brain will start looking for evidence that you should be compensated for your services. And then we want to eventually reach, I'm choosing to believe that I'm worthy of being compensated for my services. So you are choosing to believe that you are worthy of this. But you see how we didn't go from I don't believe I'm worthy of being compensated to I'm worthy of being compensated, because our body doesn't believe it. So with the actual belief bridging, I would recommend you do this with EFT tapping, journaling, even just like catching yourself in the thought of being like, oh, I just told myself that I don't think I can help that person. What if I was open to the possibility of helping this person? You can even think that when you are either meditating, doing your routine in the morning, something like that, you can start to like affirm to yourself truth. So truths that feel true in your body. I am 28 years old. Now you guys know how old I am. I live in Orillia, Ontario, Canada. These are all real things. But if I were to say I run a 6-figure business, that's not necessarily true yet, but it's something that I want to be true. So I'm saying it in between the things that are true, and really tune into how it feels in your body, like physically, to say something that's true and something that's not true, because it feels differently. It feels like you are either telling the truth or it feels like you're telling a lie. So that is also something that you can do.